Hi guys, my son's IEP meeting was today. Bless you, I was at one yesterday. One of the behaviors mentioned was that when something is taken away or if he's asked to do something he does not want to do, he cries, screams, drops to the floor, climbs on the furniture, and grabs the staff. This does not happen at home.
Okay, good to know.
Yes, even if it starts, it only lasts about 8 seconds. At school, they're holding up visuals of the desired behavior they want. We have tried this behavior intervention plan and it is not working. It enhances the behavior. They say it is decreasing, but by the notes home, it is not. They want to continue using this method and I would rather not. Any suggestions?
Yes, absolutely. Well, the first thing is, like we said before, is there should be a good functional behavioral assessment in place that identifies the reason why your child is acting out in those ways in the classroom setting. And from what you're describing, it sounds like possible candidates are, it's when he asked to do something he doesn't want to do, so that could be escape, he's trying to escape from those demands, or when something's taken away from him, that could easily be tangible, which means he's trying to get a particular item or activity or food or whatever it is, get something that he wants. So when it's taken away, he acts out in order to get it back. Now, if the behavioral intervention plan that's in place directly addresses the identified functions from the FBA, that's a great start. That needs to be in place first. So you should specifically ask that question. Does the behavior intervention plan that you're suggesting, does it directly address the functions of my child's misbehavior? And where's the FBA? And what functions did the FBA produce? And can I see them, please? Now, even if that's in place, it still has to be effective, right? I mean, schools are not allowed to continue to do things that are not effective. And so what I would ask for as a parent is data. I'd say, great, you want to do this? Let's give it a shot. Do it for another week or two, but I need to see the data. I would like data sent home every day with a count of or a duration of or some kind of objective data to measure how bad my child's misbehavior was every day. And those numbers should be getting better over time. And I don't mean just sort of a handwritten note like, oh, he had a hard time today. That's not data. It needs to be actual measurement, like counting the frequency of his tantrums or something like that.
I just want to say to ask for the BIP that is currently there and do yourself a favor. Go in, because it should list on the BIP that's in there what the function of the behavior was, right, if it's a decent BIP. Get yourself a free trial onto Skills, go into the BIP builder, plug that into the BIP builder, that function of the behavior, and start scrolling down and see if what it says matches. I did that with a BIP that was written several years ago. That I looked at and I said, I can't make heads or tails of this. Like, it made no sense to me whatsoever. But I went into, I sat down, it was my first time using the BIP builder, and I plugged it in and scrolled down, and as I did it, I tried to put in what they had for the intervention, and it said, this is not recommended. And I saw quickly why. And then I went back in and said, no, this isn't what's recommended. And, I think we get into a mindset where we think that somebody who's writing that at the school knows more than we do.
Right. And that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. That isn't always the case. And that BIP builder empowers you to make good choices about behaviors if you know the actual function of the behavior. Now, it might be that they don't have a decent function.
Right.
They didn't do a function.
Be the case. Yeah.
But I don't know how, as a parent, you combat that.
Well, you have to demand a top-quality functional behavioral assessment. Ideally, one implemented by a board-certified behavior analyst.
Right, but even then, I think it's possible that you could get somebody who does, and it isn't working. Which is then when I switch to exactly what you said, which is make them show you the data that it's working. Because if it's not, why are we banging our heads against a wall?
Right.
They got to come up with a reason why. But bless your heart, because you're on it, you're at that IEP, and you're asking the questions, and you're taking your own data by the notes coming home.
Right. And if they can't implement a BIP that actually works, like show you data that your child's behavior is actually getting better, then at that point it's time to request an assessment or consultation by an outside provider, I would think, right?
You absolutely have the right to do that if they're not getting it done.